In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the parking brake shoes on this BMW 328i. Let's get into it. I'm going to remove the wheel, use a 17mm socket, take the lug bolts out. Before you take the last one off, I'm just going to hold the wheel and grab the wheel, slide it off. We're going to remove the brake pad wear sensor. You can use some needle nose pliers. These are just hose pliers. Just grab the sensor there and then pull it out. And where the bleeder is, there's a little retainer. Just pop that off, slide that aside. We're going to remove this clip. I'm just going to use some pliers, and just a trim tool, and just to pry this out. Pop that out. Pull that off. On the back side of the caliper, we're going to take these little caps off. I'm just going to use a pick. You can access the bolts using a 7mm hex socket. Loosen up the caliper bolts. Slide those out if you can. Grab the caliper, rock it back and forth, slide it out. Take the pad out of the caliper, take the other pad off the bracket. Using a brake caliper hanger, I'm just going to go around the shock. Just set that aside. We're going to take these two bracket bolts out, use a 16mm socket. Take those out and slide the bracket off. Using a 6mm hex socket, and take this screw out. And you can grab the rotor, give it a shake. You should be able to pull it off. If not, you can hit it with a hammer. And it slides right off. I'm going to remove this spring. I'm just using some locking needle nose pliers. Slide it out. Here's another spring down below. I'm going to do the same. Using a 5mm hex key, and take these springs out, just push down, twist to the left, and it slides right out. You can take the shoe off, do the same with the other one. That comes off. Just use a wire brush. Just clean up some of the contact areas. Just use a thin coat of silicone grease. Take the new shoes, get those lined up. Take the spring, push it in, twist it to the right, quarter turn. We'll do the same with the other one. Take the adjuster, make sure it spins. If not, you're gonna have to lubricate it. Looks good. You can spread the shoes apart a little bit, just so the adjuster can go in place. And take the springs, get the bottom one lined up. Slide that in place. That's good. We'll get the top one. Using a wire brush, we're going to clean up the hub surface, any of the corrosion. I'm going to take a thin coat of anti-seize, just put it on the hub surface. It's just going to slow down corrosion. Take the rotor, line it up. Just go over the brake shoes, parking brake shoes. You may have to make adjustments with the adjuster. You can use a straight blade screwdriver. Turn the adjuster one way or another. The shoes should just barely be touching. Take the screw, get that started. And just snug that down, not too tight at all. Take the bracket, you want to clean this up, just use a wire brush, get some of the corrosion off. You can take the caliper pins, we'll just clean these up, use a little brake parts cleaner, wipe them down. If they're really bad, you can take the wire brush, get some of the corrosion off the pin. And take the pin and give it a thin coat of silicone. That's good. Then you can do the same on the other ones. Take the bracket, slide it over the rotor, and take the bolts, get those started. Now we'll torque these down to 49 foot-pounds. Take the new brake pads, the one with the clip on it, it's going to go into the caliper, into the piston. Take the other one, it's going to slide on the bracket. And slide the caliper in place. Those pins that you already cleaned up and lubricated, get those started. And torque those to 25 foot-pounds. Put the caps on. Take the spring, get this started, slide that on by hand, or if you need to use some pliers. Take the wire for the brake pad sensor and go under the brake bleeder cap and slide it into the brake pad. And just push it in, that's good. Take the wheels, line the holes up, get the lug stud started. Snug those down. Now I'm going to torque the lug bolts to 90 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Just go around again, double check.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.